DC News Now at 9.
Coming up tonight, questions remain after thousands of names are mistakenly removed from Virginia's voter rolls. What the Department of Elections is saying with less than 2 weeks to Election Day.
And messy affair ending a man's life. That's what prosecutors say led to the murder of a Reston man. What we're learning about the family's au pair charged with the killing.
Hundreds gather to honor the life of a Maryland judge gunned down outside his home.
It's a big loss for the community.
And later on,
the past 6 days have been, there's no words to explain it.
The reunion of a Maryland family hoped and prayed for. A man with Down syndrome found alive in a dark room with no food or water for nearly a week.
But how did this happen? We press Metro and police for answers.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Marielle Carbone, filling in for Thasmin Mahfouz. Lots to get to tonight, but we begin with that weekend forecast, especially with the big weekend ahead here in Washington. Thousands of runners, myself included, are getting ready to lace up their shoes for the Marine Corps Marathon. Now, the main race is Sunday, starting at 7:55 a.m. It goes through Arlington and D.C. And yes, expect lots of road closures as early as 3 in the morning Sunday and as late as 6 p.m. that day.
All right, let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb for a look at the Sunday marathon forecast.
Yeah, and it'll be warm for all of us runners, Janessa.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's super beneficial. Runners have been in your shoes. That 26.2 marathon, definitely a beast, and we're going to run into a little bit more cloud coverage. So my suggestion is going out for the start of that race. It is going to be starting off a little bit on the cooler side. So you're in the 60s, so layers are going to be your friend. And then maybe at mile 6, 7, 8, you start to peel kind of those layers off as temperatures continue to rise into the 70s. I do want to put a stray shower in the forecast if you're across Northern Virginia in some spots, but it's very light in nature, and that's going to continue till about 4 o'clock. Really, by the finish of that race, whatever your time is going to be, our daytime highs, they should be hitting the middle 70s. So it still would be a very warm day. Dew points and not going to be super outrageous, but definitely noticeable and warmer air that will be in place. Good luck to all of you runners out there. Hopefully you have a wonderful race. Let's talk about records that we challenged this afternoon. We only set one record out towards Hagerstown. Official high of 77 degrees for today. Reagan, Dulles, BWI, we came very close, but didn't beat those records. Here's your official highs for today of 82 for DC Metro. So we are well above average for this time of year. We should be talking about the middle 60s for highs, 63 for Calvert County. Out towards Waldorf, it was definitely sporadic across the region, and Culpeper 82 to 81. Chris, we're actually seeing a really great weather as we head into the weekend, as high pressure will continue to settle in. We'll take a look at your extended forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa, thanks. We'll see you then. Meanwhile, the latest tonight, a funeral held today for Maryland Judge Andrew Wilkinson. Wilkinson was shot and killed last Thursday night in the driveway of his Hagerstown home. Security was tight as hundreds of mourners filed into St. Anne Catholic Church to pay their respects. Among those attending, Governor Wes Moore. Judge Wilkinson was regarded for his integrity on the bench. He was active in numerous community causes, including the YMCA and Rotary Service Club.
We were all shocked over it. You know, it's a very nice community, kind of close-knit, and, you know, a lot of people know a lot of people there, and we were all stunned by it.
Tony was a good judge, one of few, and we need as many good judges as we can. It's a big loss for the community.
Wilkinson's suspected killer, Pedro Argote, was found dead in the woods Thursday, not far from where that shooting unfolded. Authorities believe Argote killed the judge because he was angry about losing custody of his children. Judge Wilkinson is survived by his wife and 2 children.
And DC News Now is your local election headquarters. New data tonight says thousands of Virginians may have been removed from their voter rolls when they shouldn't have been.
Yeah, earlier this month, the Department of Elections told our sister station in Richmond that about 275 people had been wrongfully removed. The department now admitting the number of people impacted is actually more than 10 times that. The department says nearly 3,400 eligible voters were taken off the rolls after Virginia State Police mistakenly classified certain people with probation violations as having a new felony conviction. That would disqualify them from voting.
Now, Governor Glenn Youngkin's election office tells our sister station most of the eligible voters impacted have had their registrations reinstated. And the Department of Elections says they've worked with state police to ensure this doesn't happen again. Meanwhile, a reminder that if you plan on casting your ballot early, polling places across Virginia will be open for the next 2 Saturdays. That's tomorrow and next Saturday. You can cast your early ballot from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. in most places.
And all you need to do to vote early is show up to your local registrar's office or satellite voting location. Make sure you do have a proper ID, though, like a passport, voter registration card, or driver's license.
Well, continuing our coverage now, the deadly mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine.
Yeah, the intensive search for that suspected killer now in its 3rd night. And just a few hours ago, law enforcement releasing the names of the 18 people killed. Their ages range from 14 to 76. Joining us now live tonight is Sheena Lushudo from our sister station in New England. She is live tonight in Lewiston.
Yeah, and Sheena, a terrible tragedy. Where does the investigation stand at this hour tonight?
Of course, this manhunt continues as Lewiston really just tries to come to grips with this tragedy. Tonight, that manhunt continues, and authorities say as every minute goes by, their concerns really only grow about where that suspect is. As a community tries to heal, federal, state, and local agents focus on the 2 scenes in Lewiston, Maine, where authorities say suspect Robert Card went on a shooting rampage, killing 18 people, injuring 13. For the first time tonight, officials have identified the victims, the youngest, a 14-year-old boy.
This is about the victims. That's why we do what we do, and that's why we're striving so hard, and that's why you're here.
The suspected mass murderer has been on the run since Wednesday night, sending the state of Maine into a state of shock. A manhunt across New England continues, with investigators expanding their search underwater. Flowers are outside of the emergency room, just down the road from the shooting scenes.
It's about 600 feet away.
He was within earshot as the country's latest mass shooting unfolded. Alex McMahon is trying to find the words.
Just kind of a ghost town right now.
And while parts of this city will never feel whole again, there are certainly signs tonight proving that some things can never be broken.
I think the right direction that we need to be healing in is one of strength and one of community and one of unity.
All while the manhunt continues for a 3rd night. For the first time, police have now opened the road leading to the bowling alley where the deadly shots were first fired. And tonight we can confirm that the dive teams have concluded their searches for the night. They will pick back up tomorrow morning with even more agencies. Reporting live in Lewiston, Maine tonight, I'm Sheena Lushudo.
All right, Sheena, thank you. Stay safe out there. And meanwhile, ahead at 9:30, the mass shooting in Maine, renewing conversations about gun control in the United States. Our White House correspondent Alexandria Limon is looking into why gun laws enacted in other countries are not enacted here in the U.S. And of course, you can stay up to date even when we are off air. We'll have the latest developments online on DCNewsNow.com and on our app.
And back here in the district, a court appearance today for a murder suspect who was recaptured after being on the run for 7 weeks.
Christopher Hayes escaped custody from GW Hospital back in September. Yesterday, a special fugitive task force captured him in Prince George's County.
Yeah, our Leonard N. Fleming has new details from inside the courtroom today.
Dressed in all black, Christopher Hayes looked like a man resigned to his fate in custody once again. His hands and feet were shackled as he made a court appearance with more to come. For 7 weeks, Christopher Hayes remained on the run. That's until Thursday, when the Capital Area Regional Task Force tracked him in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Hayes escaped custody September 6th when he overpowered 2 D.C. police officers during a handcuff exchange after they took him to George Washington Hospital for an ankle injury. He was previously arrested in Manassas, Virginia, for D.C. charges that he killed 33-year-old Brent Hayward. Hayes' attorney, Nikki Lotze.
I think that the facts that will come out with respect to the alleged escape will be very interesting, and so we'll see if they charge it or not. I think he's doing fine. Mr. Haynes maintains his innocence and looks forward to resolving the matter.
Haynes is due back in court December 5th. Well, he'll have a preliminary hearing, and in that hearing, the U.S. Attorney's Office will present their case and what evidence they have to go forward with this case against Haynes. Reporting from D.C. Superior Court, Leonard N. Fleming, D.C. News Now, back to you.